Okay, so here we go. Okay, so let's start it again. Welcome everyone to In His and Her Words. Happy to the Top Tuesday. I am your girl, Abah SoFloetic. And you know what? This has really been an exciting day so far. I mean, it feels like I just woke up. Time kind of accelerated today. I got up and I posted my morning kisses, my love notes. I went and got my exercise in. I went to the park this morning, which was very nice. Then I ended up running some errands, and before I knew it, it was hitting on lunchtime. And I had to hurry up and get home, get ready to come and spend some time with you guys on the show. So I'm always excited to be able to come and share some love and relationship tips, news, insights. You know, you guys do such a fabulous job of engaging me. So it's always exciting. I'm always thrilled, when I'm able to do what I do because this is exciting. It's fun for me, and it's fulfilling, very rewarding. And I love the feedback that I always get from my audience. So thank you guys for your loyalty and your support. It definitely means everything. So what I was going to start the show off with was my love note for today. So I'm going to start incorporating them in the openings of my show. The morning kisses, the love notes, everyone seems to love, and I appreciate that so much. It means everything to me, you guys, because God gives me those. I'm not studying it, I'm not looking in a particular place for it. Usually, when I wake up in the mornings, I don't know where my spirit journeys while my body is resting. But when I wake up, there's all sorts of things right at the forefront of my mind, and I immediately begin to jot down information. Uh, okay. Andre is saying that he is at the door. And this is going to be so crazy, y'all, because I don't know okay, Lord help me, Jesus. Okay, so this screen is going to be without me for a second while I go get Andre. I don't know how this is going to be totally insane, but I'll be right back. I left my screen blank. This is totally, I'm like, I don't know what to do. Come on, hurry up.
The screen is frozen?
Yeah, no, it's live. Go ahead, because they're going to see you taking your seat. I was like, how do I do this? I have to leave the cameras running. Okay, so Andre's here
Coming from work.
in the building.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
So let me introduce my co-host for today, you guys. I'm sure you've seen that face several times before. He does the Divas Den with Miss Deborah Ware and myself. He is a fabulous indie artist, very committed to the craft, has a golden voice, and I'm so happy that he is here with me, Mr. Andre Tyrone.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? I'm trying to get this thing.
So, now you blocking this one.
Oh, my bad.
Can they see you? I think they can see you. Okay, perfect. Yes, 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 honey. So we are, yes, you can see from some of the dangling stuff. We are definitely inside of the BPU television and radio network. We're still fine tuning everything, you guys, but I just wanted to let y'all know that this is real. A lot of times people hear talk and they think that it's just talk, that you're just talking stuff. But we are actually right here. It is definitely going down. There's some fine tuning that has to be done, to our website, to our streaming, but it is definitely going on.
She's really here, y'all. This
I'm
is
really,
real. I'm telling you right now.
I'm
She's
really
real,
here.
okay?
Yes, yeah, it is real all day long, man. This is exciting. If y'all would see this studio, I swear it is gorgeous. The folks that are putting this together, I mean, oh my God, Baba Oliver, um, Dr. Angela Harris, I mean, the mastermind behind all of it. She has an incredible vision, and she is definitely dedicated to bringing that to fruition. And definitely, God is blessing her in that area because there are so many people that have come on board that have been 100% support of Black People Unity television and radio, as well as Kings and Queens of America, Young Bucks Productions, every single thing that falls under her company. It is just totally to advance the minds, the hearts, the souls of our Black culture. And I am very, very proud of that sister for taking this bold move to be a trendsetter, to be able to build something from the ground up. It definitely takes time, it takes diligence, it takes commitment. Sometimes you grow weary in your well doing. And I'm sure that she has felt that, but she has not deterred from the path. And I'm so proud of this sister. So I know she's in her office on the other side to watch it. So Dr. Angela Harris, tops off to you, sister, for being exactly who you are, because I would not be sitting where I am right now if it were not for you. So I'm very grateful for this opportunity and for you opening up this door. So, Andre, what I was getting ready to share before I get into the whole rundown of the show was the love note for today. Usually, I don't talk about the love notes. I usually don't, because I know in the mornings when I post them, but they've been circulating with the morning kisses. People do give me really great feedback on them, and I'm happy that they're a blessing. I know my Instagram followers. Some of them have already said they look forward to those in the morning. It's like the minute I post them, the likes starts rushing
It really
in.
is a blessing.
Right?
You
Yeah.
really like right on time with those things. I wake up in the morning feeling some type of way, and I see one of the morning kisses. I'm like, I was sleeping next to you. What's going on in my life?
Well, I tell you, what I just said that right before I got your message. I just said this. People think that I'm somewhere reading a book or I'm studying this, or I'm researching this. It's really not the truth. I don't know where my spirit travels when my body is resting, but when I wake up in the morning, all this is at the forefront of my mind. So clearly, I am conferring with spirits. I'm definitely getting this insight and this feedback, from the great beyonds, because I swear when I wake up, a pen is in my hand and I'm taking it all down. And next thing you know, it done become a morning kiss or it's become a love note. Hey, Tupperware girl, welcome to the conversation. But anyway, the love note for today, I was kind of impressed with this one myself, because usually after I post them, I don't go back and read them. It's only when people start giving me feedback and making acknowledgments about them that I'll go back and like, oh wow, they got that. So usually once I put them out there, I put them out there because they're a gift. It's not for me to hover over them. I heard Dr. Raheem the Dream's mother, say this. Once I give you something or once I write it, it's not for me to own it or hold on to it and say that it's mine. I put those love notes and those morning kisses out there to be a blessing to others. This is a form of tithing for me, because I'm giving back a portion of my gift that God gave me, to others. And so I'm not writing it for me. I'm writing it to bless you. So once I release them, they're gone.
That's what it's about.
They're usually gone. But I did go back and read this one. I was really impressed with this one. And it came from a conversation that I just recently had. And I was like, wow, I wonder how many people think of this. So tell me what your thoughts are, you guys. This is what it says. It says, if your idea of love is at the heart of your most whimsical fairy tale, it's time to wake up from that dream and embrace reality. It's likely your partner isn't familiar with the story you've painted in your mind. Yet you've made him your lead character and is expecting a stellar performance, a recipe for an epic failure. Woo. Now that right there even made me stop. Now that's a mouthful. I can't even lie. But when you think about that though, guys, how many of, because it goes back to when Deborah Ware was my co-host and we talked about that word expectancy. We talked about how you put that on an individual. Sometimes they're not even aware that you're expecting anything of them. Do you agree with that, Andre?
I do agree with that. I mean, and that's to me that's like perfect. That's in every relationship. People try hardest day to say it's not, but it is.
Right,
It's like getting mad at someone
right,
for not acknowledging something about you or
right,
knowing something about you, and you've never said anything to them in the first place.
right.
So you're carrying on this conversation or anger with with somebody who you're with, and you've never told them, "Hey, I like this, or I want this. You do this for me." So you can't
Precisely.
be mad with them. So
Yes.
I totally agree with that.
Yes. And
100%.
so we all have our ideas
Yeah.
about love. We all have our ideas about relationships. And if you are not sitting down having true heart to heart conversations with your partner, then that means only one of you have a certain mindset or outlook and the other has a different. And so, how is your relationship ever going to be a true success if that information is never exchanged? So that means that you have your ideas, they have theirs, and sooner or later, there's going to be an indifference. And a lot of times, when they start to hear you say, what your expectations are or what your goal was for that relationship, sometimes that feedback is, I never knew you felt that way. Exactly. Why didn't you ever say anything? And this is where it all starts, because now it's like they're finally learning you. They're finally understanding what your wants are. And then it becomes overwhelming, because who knows if they'll ever really be able to rise up to that. So this is why it is so necessary that when you are meeting somebody, and you're in that getting to know stage, you guys are dating, you're courting, you're spending a lot of time together, and in your hearts, this is moving towards a relationship, be it marriage, be it cohabitating, whatever the case, you have to be totally upfront. Everything needs to be laid out on the table so that there are no surprises later on. So essentially, that was the love note. So usually, Andre, after we greet everybody and everybody know who we are, we acknowledge ourselves. What I tend to do is I will go over weekend highlights, and one of the things that I'm definitely going to share with you guys right now is courses and verses on Saturday.
Amazing. Boy, we had such a good time. I swear. Like the three of us laughing like crazy. I swear.
Let me tell you something. Every time I'm in the presence of this one right here and Deborah Ware, who is right there. Deborah. Oh my God. Every single time we are falling over in laughter. I kid you not. It was just so funny. Deborah, what did you say? In a relationship, ideas about relationships should be communicated with each other. Yes, ma'am. 100%. I agree 1,000%. And I kid you not, it's just such a good time. All of the artists that took to the stage on Saturday. Jen Sparrow, Slick Sean out of Alabama, Matropped Music, Unplugged. Oh
Deborah
my
Ware
God. Deborah Ware always does a phenomenal job. Oh my God. Let me tell you. Sunshine and Hypnotized. Sister girl, you do those. I tell you, she gets everybody up, riled up, and had everybody on their feet. She does a great job. I mean, awesome performances. These indie artists, you guys, you have to, I'm going to say their names again. Jen Sparrow, she talked about being somewhat shy when she took to the stage, but that sister did a phenomenal job. Yes, very neo-soulish, very smooth, just so on point. I mean, awesome. And Unplugged, he was on the Divas Den with us. And I kid you not, this boy took to that stage. Hey, Mons, how you doing? Hi, Preston. Welcome. This guy took to the stage, y'all. I mean, to say that, he's trying to establish himself as an artist, his music is totally on point. This was like a debut for him. I mean, he really debuted on the Divas Den, and so coming the courses and verses, man, that was just like, oh my God, like the next level. And it's just going to keep getting bigger for this guy because he's so excited and he's so talented and so committed, just like Andre and Deborah. This is what I love about indie artists. When they're truly excited about what it is that they are doing, you see it in their performances, you hear it in the lyrics of their songs, you feel it in their energy when you come in contact with them. You just know that this is just going to be a phenomenal artist. They're just going to do a great job in the industry. And I tell you, it's just amazing. I was so impressed with him. Honestly, his performance was great. Really Matrop Music, these guys, Matrop Music, David, Jen Sparrow, they're all on Alan Poe's label. So, he DJs for Courses and Verses, but he has his own music label. It's in Marietta. And these artists, I kid you not, man, I'm so happy to be able to share Courses and Verses with them. The audience always loves their performances. And so shout out to Alan Poe, man, and Alan Poe Studios. So far, we've had Eli, the clinician. We've had Asia Soleil. Yes, Asia Soleil. Like I said, Matrop Music, Jen Sparrow, David. I mean, these guys have just been phenomenal. So, Alan, definitely keep it going, please. Because we are totally looking forward, to all of these incredible individuals that are going to definitely hit the mainstream like soon. I mean, it's really just soon. Like, they really are on point.
Stay woke.
Totally.
What they say?
Yeah.
Stay woke. Stay woke.
Yes, yes, say yes, honey. Check out the newsletter for the Divas Den. Matrop will be my guest on July 14th. Nice, awesome. That is great. So, as you guys just heard now, Deborah Ware and Mr. Andre Tyrone and myself, we do live in the Divas Den every single Friday, 8 p.m. Now, there won't be a Divas Den this Friday
No.
because Miss Ware is going on vacation and we all are going to be all over. So there's not gonna be a Divas Den Friday. However, the following Friday, which is what she just shared, we're gonna have Matrop Music as our guest on In the Divas Den. So make sure that you guys are on social media. This is a Facebook live stream that you can catch from Andre's page, my page, or Deborah's page. So definitely keep in mind Friday, July 14th at 8 p.m. Live in the Divas Den with Miss Deborah Ware. So yeah, courses and verses. And then the next thing was, oh, let me tell y'all how I act a pure D donkey over the premiere of Power. I am a total fan.
Watch that
Are you
show.
kidding me,
I'm still
Andre?
on
Let me
Empire.
tell you how. Okay,
Need to catch up
I
with that.
happen to be skimming through social media. This is no joke. I was skimming through social media. I think this was Sunday morning, and I saw a flyer. I don't know why I didn't pay more attention to it or I didn't like it, but I saw Omari Hardwick's picture, and it was saying Power Premiere Party, and I was like, really? And I'm like, and I don't know why I didn't save that because I didn't even like it, but I was like, yeah, that's what's up. And then I ended up going out Sunday, and I was like, you know what's a great place to go? Let me see, can I find that flyer again? Now, of course, it was like looking for a needle in a haystack because I skimmed everywhere on Facebook trying to find it, and I couldn't. And so I was thinking that I would remember the name of the place. So because it wasn't far from my house, I started searching for clubs in the area, and none of these names, none of them looked like the name that I remember seeing on the flyer. But I ended up calling a spot called PK Tune. This is on Lawrenceville, Swanee Road in Swanee. And let me tell you, this guy he was so willing to make sure that I had a great time in that establishment that he went through his cable package to find stars for me so that I could watch Power while I dined there.
Oh,
And I kid you not, we were thumbing through the channels because he was like, "Do you know what station it is?" And I'm like, "No, you have Dish, I have Charter, so I don't know what Dish channel is." So he's going when the word Power showed up. I kid you not, I said, "There it is!" I started screaming, and everybody in the place was like, "Have she lost her mind?" That's how into that daggone show I am. Because last season, Ghost got locked up, and I was mortified. I was like, "Oh, Jesus
I gotta
Lord."
binge watch or
I
something.
was ready to die. But of course, when I went and I still was on the edge of my seat because when I watched the premiere, I was like, oh, Lord, I'm falling apart with him because too many things is happening all at one time. So I'm falling apart with Ghost. I don't want to give it away if y'all haven't seen it. You have got to watch Power on Stars. Oh my God, unbelievable.
I'll get caught up.
We are in
I'll binge watch.
season number 4, honey. And let me tell you, it is just an amazing. It is. I mean, if y'all love Empire, y'all damn sure would love Power. This is just unbelievable.
Okay, now I'm sold.
Yeah,
She said I love
yes,
Empire. Hey, good. I love
yeah.
Empire.
And I'm telling you, Power is the truth.
Okay.
Oh, Mari Hardick does an amazing job as Ghost. Jesus, he does. I mean, 50 cents. He does an amazing job too. I mean, 50 make you want to cut him because he plays a villain, and I love 50 cents, but he make you want to take something to his behind because he acts a fool in that daggone show. He really does. I don't like his character, but I love 50, but I don't like the character that he plays. But anyway, and so at the same time I'm watching Power, my date wanted to see the BET Awards. So we had an awesome experience because he was watching BET Awards.
Boo.
Oh, why did you say boo?
Horrible.
Really?
Yes, there were
Why?
good pieces, but overall, the BET Awards has become to me the worst show.
Oh,
It's a whole
really?
bunch of clowns on
Well,
TV.
now,
Now there were some good performances,
right,
but there were
right.
bits and pieces. But overall, bleh. I would have rather watch paint dry than the BET Awards.
Well, now I'm not. Well, let me tell you, my undivided attention was given to my. Hey, Dr. Harris. We was just talking about her. Hey, Dr. Harris. Let me tell you, my undivided attention was given to Power. I will not lie. But periodically, my date kept nudging me to
Thank
tell me to
you.
look. Now, I looked up when I
Periodically.
saw Mary J.
Ugh.
I liked Mary J's performance, but I didn't like that outfit. People was commending her on that look. I was not
She
feeling
looked
that.
like a
Not
packet of aluminum foil.
not for Mary J. I've seen Mary in some killer
That's not her
outfits.
style.
That did not look right. That style is neither ass whipping.
That's not her
That's
style.
just the truth. That didn't look good, and Mary should have never co-signed to that damn outfit. I didn't like that at all. Okay, but now on to Escape though. I was very proud of them.
Pleasantly
And
impressed.
Tiny looked amazing.
Yeah, they came
Now,
back.
what's the girl? I know Latasha Scott and what's the other sister's name? Because they're the one that had the all silver outfit on that kind of looked like Mary's.
She was big.
That was the sin.
She was.
That just was not cute.
She was.
I'm sorry.
Woo.
No,
There's a lot of
no,
that.
hell
She
no.
had a lot.
Did not know. Them stylists, I don't know. You see, they be thinking about trends. And yes, New Edition was great. And they got lifetime achievement. The New Edition totally deserved
Yeah,
that.
they did a good
Especially
job.
after watching their biographies on BET, the movies. They told now that we know their background, what they went through in their careers, that was totally
Yeah.
epic for them. And they definitely deserve that recognition. They totally did. But yeah, no, some of these stylist mans, I think that they're thinking about trends and what is popular, but those styles don't look good on everybody.
Candy Burns looked good. I liked her
Candy
dress.
always looks good.
Candy, you look
Yes,
delicious.
Candy and
Really
Tiny.
good.
I ain't gonna lie. I think Candy and Tiny were outstanding. Tiny looks
Candy
so
did
good. I mean, despite what she's going on, what she has going on in her life with Ti and her marriage being in a turmoil, and
Yeah.
there's so many I mean, one minute I think I was just reading that there's a possibility that they're going to reconcile because one of their daughters had a birthday party, and at the party they found themselves smiling at each other and being flirtatious, and next thing you know, it led to a kiss, and so there may not be a divorce, so you never know. But she, despite all that, she was definitely stage ready. She was into her performance. And it was like, wow, look at Escape, man. They're back in full effect. Grown women, husbands, wow, children and all that good stuff. So what did you say, Deborah? They don't ever look in the mirror. Oh, well, you know what? And yet again, that has everything to do with trends. It has everything to do. Oh, they all see. Dr. Harris said Tiny and Ti have reconciled. How you like that? And and guess what? Now Wendy Williams does not get very much acclaim.
No.
People just think that she's just a bundle of mess. But I kid you not, when Tiny and her daughter, Meek Meek, was on her show, Wendy Williams said this. Tiny was adamant that it was over. I don't want to have nothing to do with him. But Wendy kept saying, "Nah, you guys have always gotten over some mighty big hurdles, and you always find your way back to each other." I don't know about this, but Tiny was very adamant, and I think
Yep.
that was her heartbreak talking. I don't think she was being realistic in that
About
moment
it, yeah.
about their history and what they had been through. But yep, Wendy Williams did say, I don't think there's going to be a divorce. I think you guys are going to reconcile. So shout out to Wendy Williams for being on point for
Wendy.
once. I mean, you right for once.
For
Because
once.
everybody been coming after her behind for just doing all kind of erroneous shit and coming against our culture. But for once, she got it right. All right, Miss Wendy. Okay, so now all right, now that was the weekend highlights. Now I'm going to share with you guys some love and relationship updates that I discovered. Now I shared my love note already. Now on my way here, I heard a new joint by Mary, and maybe you have heard it too. It's called "Love Yourself," and it features Kanye West.
Haven't heard it.
Awesome song.
She
If
get on
you
that.
listen to the lyrics to that song, I'm like, daggone it, Mary is back in full effect. And Kanye does a great job on that.
Happy Kanye. Is this Happy Kanye?
Yes, because
Okay,
he
good.
sounds very good.
Kanye's
Yeah,
happy now, in case y'all didn't know.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
not depressed anymore. He's happy Kanye.
Well, praise God,
They call
because
him Happy
depression is evil. It's evil.
Kanye. I gotta check out Mary J.
Yeah, yes, y'all, everybody, please. I don't know if the tune is, well, I'm sure it probably is because that album is out. So I'm sure y'all can find it. What is it? It's Mary J. Blige's song featuring Kanye West. The name of the song, Dr. Harris, is called "Love Yourself." Absolutely great. Okay, Mose, what did you say? Is blonde wigs the new trend? Most
That's
apparently,
everybody at
because you
BET
know,
wears that
daggone it. Let me see, Tamar Braxton. I ain't gonna lie.
She looks good in
Tamar
that.
tore up that song. Now she really killed that song, and she actually looked good in her wig. But you know, I tell you that platinum blonde hair,
Did you see the
man.
video for that song?
No,
She has a video for that.
really.
Did she do My Man? That was one she did?
Wait, I know at the end of it she did the
Yeah, My Man. There's a video out for that.
yeah,
Check out
honey.
the video. It's on my
Oh,
page. Check out
baby,
the video
Tamar
for it.
girl.
It's a really good video.
She's
The song's really
excellent.
good. Really, really good song.
Yeah.
It's about her mother and father. Yeah,
Really?
you know, her father
What?
cheated on her mother.
Oh well, yeah, I knew
Yeah,
that story.
yeah, but it's a really good song. The video is awesome.
Well, Tamar's
But
performance was
everybody can't do it. But Tamar.
yeah. Tamar did a very good job with that song. Her performance was awesome. Deborah, what did you say? Layla Hathaway, Mirrors. Mirrors what?
Oh, that's the name of
Moses.
the song called
Oh,
Mirrors. By Layla Hathaway.
that's the song that Tamar did?
No, I think that's what she's saying. Are you talking about the song called Mirrors by Layla Hathaway? That's what you're talking about. I've
Moses.
heard that.
Well, Deborah said my man. Oh, that's the name of the song that Tamar sang,
Yeah,
Deborah, my
Tamar's
man.
song is called My Man.
Oh, well, honey, yes, she sang the heck out of that daggone
And
song.
congratulations to Vince, her husband.
Okay, so
He
what?
lost a whole person.
Really?
Vince is like this.
I haven't seen
All
that.
he has is a lot of excess skin now that he's going to have surgery for. But Vince, congratulations, Vince. He lost.
Really?
She said she wanted a healthier husband, and he wanted to be
Did he
healthier.
have the surgery?
He had surgery to help him, but he looks great. People don't like it,
But
but
you know
be
what,
happy for
Vince?
the man.
But Vince really was not. I mean, the only thing that was ever really big on him, as far as I could see, was his midsection. Because he always had small legs, small arms. I never really saw him heavy anywhere else but the middle.
But he looks good, man.
Let's see there. What did you say? Yes, the song is about loving yourself. Where Angela asked the question, okay, y'all, let me get a duet. Let you get a duet of what?
Talking about
Doctor
us?
us of
Are you talking
Andre
about
and
us?
I. Ha! Because you know what? We are definitely talking. Hey, David Smith. That's my boy right there. Love me some David Smith. This guy, let me tell you, I kid you not, we are Facebook friends. And David, he definitely got to be a love and relationship advocate like me. Because that timeline of his be buzzing.
Yeah.
Oh my God. He puts the most amazing memes and questions out there and always generates a crazy conversation.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's a good one because the feedback that I sit there and I read everybody's comments and I'm like, wow, all it does is just give me more motivation to bring more healthy stuff to the show. Y'all be on it. And she gonna say she want to duet with us right now. Okay, Angela, really? Seriously? What duet is
We
Andre
talk
and
about love and relationships. Come on now, Doc.
Oh my God. We are not prepared to say no duet.
Oh, wait a minute. We can't say prepared because Deborah would say something.
Oh yeah, what Deborah about to say?
You
Oh wait,
always got to be prepared. We
wait,
know, Deborah. We're sorry.
because
We're
I
sorry.
think T Love said this on the stage on Saturday also. T Love was in the building and she performed their courses and verses. Can I tell y'all that T Love cut up in her poetry? Not that she done put the teary eyes. Dr. Harris, you need to stop this madness.
T Love,
She did
so human.
yes. T Love did a great job with her poetry.
Yeah.
Dr. Angela Harris stunned me because I did not know.
I didn't either.
I didn't know she could bust a rap like that.
I didn't know the stuff that Dr. Angela went through and the stuff that happened. Oh my, you
Yes,
never
the
know what people have been
testimony
through.
that this
That was
lady has is
amazing. When I
amazing.
stopped in my tracks, my mouth said,
Yes, the poetry was insane. The rap was insane.
amazing.
And I'm saying, say what now?
Horses
You
and
got
verses.
all these goods going on up in here, woman. Really?
Horses
I mean,
and verses.
aside from all of this vision, y'all see all of this vision coming to fruition around us. She will sit up there and bust a rhyme with you now, y'all. Okay? All I got to say is y'all better be on the lookout because they're going to have all kinds of stuff coming out of this studio, out of this here Black People Unity. Y'all better look out because there's just too much going on around here. Okay? So, yes. Mary J. Blige, Love Yourself. Definitely check that out. Let me see. Now, let me tell you, because I always like to talk about stuff that pops out at the last minute, because I will research things, but when it's popping out as I'm moving about is when I really take a response to some things. I ain't gonna lie. I was in the car. Michael Baston's show was starting as I was en route here. I maybe was about maybe 10 minutes away. And Michael, as much as I love me some Michael Baston, I am not gonna lie. Today I was ready to cut him too, because he was talking. I'm for marriage all day long, totally. But Michael Baston was saying that marriage has changed. He said marriage has changed. It is not what it used to be, and people should think twice about rushing into it. Okay, now before I expound any further on that, Dr. Harris has put a link up on this post, you guys. There is a brunch going on this weekend here at this studio. The address here is 2227 Godby Road, Suite 207. We're going to be having, this is going to be awesome, actually. It is a healing circle. There's going to be a luncheon going on. There's going to be meet and greeting going on, networking going on. But then there's going to be some time that we actually focus on things in our lives that we need to detox from. We're actually going to rid ourselves. I don't want to give too much of it away, but we're going to rid ourselves of things that we know are hindering us, from achieving our greatness. And we're going to create a bonfire, so to speak, of releasing all of this toxicity so that we can move forward and make sure that we are. So this is actually going to be totally worth your time. Make sure that if you are able to attend, that is this Saturday, starting at 1 o'clock p.m. to 4 p.m. So if you are able to attend this event, definitely register at the link that Dr. Angela just put on this post. It's totally free to you. So all you're going to do is register RSVP so that we can have an accurate head count, but there's no cost for you to attend. So definitely come on out and join us on Saturday from 1 to 4. And we look forward to having you. So back to Michael Basin and this foolish statement that he made. Marriage has changed, and people should think twice about entering into it. The first thing that I thought, first of all, I gasped, and I'm like, Michael, how dare you? How could you? Because I'm such a fan of his, and I love this man to pieces. But I'm thinking, why would you blaspheme marriage like that? I think that it's extremely insulting because it's not marriage that has changed. It is always has to do with the individual's perception of that union. It has to do with your beliefs, your ideologies, your willing to commit, understanding what monogamy means, what exclusivity means, what compromise and compassion and all that stuff means. You need to know that. So it's not marriage that has changed.
Right.
It is the individual that will always be the one to change because guess what? And this is what I thought, so help me God, when I was driving. 4th of July will always be on 4th of July. Always. Christmas will always be on December 25th. Ain't no changing that. New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, those are always going to be what they are. Easter will always be what it is. All of these things that we celebrate. Hi, Miss Pam. How are you? Welcome. All of these traditions that we celebrate, that we feel are, near and dear to us, they will always be what they are. So how can you put marriage and say that like this changes, like somebody will change their mind? This has been something that has been in place since the beginning of time. It's not marriage. It's that folks want to come up with their own way to love. I want to design my own plan for a relationship. And it's like trying to reinvent the wheel. You cannot do that. The wheel is always going to be the damn wheel. What you need to do is make yourself aware of what it takes to actually be married and ask yourself, am I that person to go into that union with another person? That's the question. It's not questioning marriage. It is questioning yourself and making sure that you are truly capable and ready for that type of a commitment. And so when you will make a statement like that, I think that that's totally wrong. I think that that is making that it further takes people's image of marriage. It creates a bigger stigma. It creates a bigger what's the word? It just makes you look at it all wrong. So you don't want to ever do that. You don't want to ever say that is the problem is marriage. It is not. It is not. Marriage was created for a certain type of couple, and if you're not that couple, don't go there. Period. Plain and simple.
I've adopted a new word. It's going to be my word from this point on. It's called type. TYPE.
Okay.
Now, I explain it simply as this. Just like you said, you can't reinvent the wheel.
Right.
You're right. You cannot reinvent the wheel. But what you can do is you can invent different types of wheels. Just like with the marriage. You can't reinvent marriage. You can invent different types of marriage. You have a monogamous marriage. You have a marriage where you cheat, he cheats, y'all get together at night. It's different types of things that, like you said, you want to be loved a certain way.
Right.
There might be a marriage where they stand in front of God and they take their vows, and then they decide after they take their vows that he's gonna have another wife. She's gonna have another husband. They're gonna be together at night. They're gonna do this. He gonna be. It's types.
Right.
It's types. So I
Right.
agree. You can't change marriage, and marriage is not the problem. It's the types of marriages that people always see bad marriages
Yeah.
on Facebook,
Yeah.
social media. All you see is you never ever see anybody repost a lot of good marriages. They
No.
always post
No.
the BS.
Yeah.
Oh, they cheat, they break it, they're doing this,
And for some
and then
reason,
that's what people come with.
and this culture
And it's
seems to thrive
they
off of
love it.
crazy. If we're talking about
Crazy
something
juice.
beautiful and wholesome, do you realize how many wholesome things that go viral on
Yeah.
YouTube, but
Tons.
you never pay attention to a little boy going down a well to save a cat, and then he finds something else that he brings out the well, somebody been looking for 25 years,
Right.
and he gets recognized for being heroic to the cat and for discovering something that somebody lost and they thought was gone. None of that stuff ever gets acknowledged. You want to go for foolishness when husband comes home and catch wife cheating, and he takes the lover and the wife out in the street naked at gunpoint. Everybody running to go watch that. Oh my God! You sharing that, and you reposting. You talking about this. You make memes and you're making funny memes with these people image and coming up with all kinds of foolishness.
Yeah.
And this will go on and on and on for weeks. You will invest so much energy into nonsense, but you will not nurture the things that really makes this world beautiful, that
Yeah.
really makes our community wonderful. And this
Yeah.
is why people have so much animosity when it comes to society, because we're focused on the wrong things. And trust me, it doesn't help. It does not help nothing and nobody. Period. Bottom line, it just makes stuff worse. So now on to the Michael Bates, and I forgive you. Let me just say that. And I sure hope that you heard what I said. Because like Michael Basin, when he makes bold statements, he said, yeah, I said it. So Michael Basin, yeah, I said it.
Y'all
I
share
hope
this.
somebody posted
Share
on his
this and
page.
post to his page.
Matter of fact, I'm going to post it myself when it's over. Because I want to make sure he heard every cotton picking word I said.
I
Don't
agree.
be making them cotton picking statements, because I'm tired of him with his foolishness. Because he will go there every now and again. He really will, and I don't like that. Not at all. Okay, so on to the next thing. So I just watched while I was waiting to go live. I talked about Lala and Carmelo Anthony before when he did the cheating, and she left him, and it was a lot of stuff going on around their relationship. Will she stay? Will she leave? Blah 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 blah. So Lala spoke to Wendy Williams, and again, that was another very positive conversation. No gossip, no drama, just real conversation. And what Lala said was that her and Carmelo right now, it is not determined what moves they're going to make in terms of their marriage. However, their love is still very strong. They are very good friends, and their priority right now is their son Cayenne. Being good parents to him is what's the most important thing to the both of them. She said right now they're very happy and that they still love each other. And I like that. You see how we can be peaceful?
Now repost that.
Hello, can you share this video?
Can y'all share
Can
that?
y'all tell?
Find that interview and share that.
Exactly. Yes, please. Because that interview is on essence.com in case you want to know where it is. That interview, the video is on essence.com.
That's a perfect example of marriage. Come on, Michael. You hope you're watching that.
That
just sort of kicks your statement in the butt.
Hello, Michael Basin.
That don't matter. It's not marriage. It's the issue.
Thank you. Because when you want it, you know how to make it work. When you want it, hear me now. When you want it, you know how to make it work. You know precisely what it is that you want to do, how much of yourself you want to give, how much commitment you want to truly make. Indie artists, creatives are perfect examples. They will take their own resources, they will take their time, they will go into studios and be up until the wee hours of the morning. They will wake up in the middle of the night with ideals, writing lyrics and all this stuff. This is when you are truly committed to something. It doesn't matter the sacrifices, it does not matter what it is required of you. You're fully invested in this 100%. Michael Baisden, hello. Okay, so anyway, moving on. So shout out to Lala and Mello, and I really pray nothing but the best for you guys, regardless of what that outcome is. You guys are definitely taking the appropriate steps, and I'm very proud of you guys for that. And I'm very happy that Cayenne has parents like the two of you. And that's just straight up and down. Okay, and so next, let me see, what else did I write on here on this list? Let's see. I think that's all I have. Wait, yeah, that's it. That's all I got on updates. So moving into today's topic, speak that truth. Yes, Mose, absolutely. Thank you. I'm so happy that you're able to watch today, Mose. Hey, Frederick, this was Big Fred. He was a friend of my brother's when we were younger, living at home in New Orleans. I have never seen Fred on one of my posts, but how are you, sir? He's an NOPD officer now. What's going on? So, anyway, today's topic is maintaining positive love energy. So, as you guys know, this kind of started, I started a series. I want to call it, well, I was calling it the healing series, but this is more like awareness. This is more like bringing your consciousness to a place of understanding what it actually takes in order to build healthy relationships. So, when I put that post out there, when Deborah was my co host, and I put that post up there, I was asking the women if Black men were truly disappointments. Before we even had a chance to go live, and explored that conversation, we got a lot of adverse reactions. The men took offense because they were like, "How dare you?" But you didn't even know the direction we were going to go in, and it turned out to be where Deborah and I were commending.
I knew
Yeah,
that because men are.
yeah,
I can't wait to start my own male thing. I'm sick of the male culture. I really am. We are just something was wrong with us, and I just can't. I've watched a lot of y'all posts, and I just want to say to a lot of y'all men out there, how dare you? Like y'all get on my nerves with that mess. Like I swear, y'all think y'all got it. Y'all think y'all know women. You think you relationship male gurus. Let me tell you something. That's the problem with the men now. Y'all think you were invented to know everything about a woman, and you dated 6 different women, and now all of a sudden you the guru, and you know what it takes to be a man. Let me explain to you. There is no definition of a real man. Doesn't exist. You know why? Because God is the only real man. Everyone else on earth is a carbon copy. You can make yourself a different type of man, but there's no one man watching this show who can say,
wow.
I am a definition of a real man. No, you're not. There is no definition of a real man. There are different kinds of men, but there's no definition of a real man.
All right
So
now.
to say that you are a definition of a real man because you work out, or because you have a bald head, or because you can give it to her right, or because you can smooth her with your no.
You better say
So
that.
I'm going to show you guys what the definition of a man, of one of the definition of a man is, and that is different kinds of men. Gay men, straight men, dumb men, stupid men. The man that don't work, guess what? He's a man too. He's a man that don't work. All these are definitions of men. Stop, man, trying to show everybody, oh, I'm just the best. I'm so strong and women need us. They don't. They've proven that they don't need you. They accept you and they'll be willing to work with you and keep you, but they don't need you, just like you don't need them. It's God's only given design for men and women. Yes, we say that a lot, but God created men for women. We say that a lot too. But men, stop it with this chauvinistic beat your chest. No, it's not cute. It's not cool. I mean, really, it isn't. Really, really, it isn't. And this is a perfect example of it. Perfect example of it. That's why marriages don't work, because crazy men.
Yeah,
Y'all think y'all run it? Share it.
Well, I have to say that conversation did spark this series because once I realized that at the drop of a phrase, it could be a word, not necessarily a phrase, but the minute you hear something that you take offense to, there is a reaction, and it's not always a good one. It's usually leads to confrontation and arguments, and so it does not have to be. If you would take the time to say, "Hey, Chris, how are you?" And if you really take the time to listen to what is being said, rather than reacting, these types of conversations that we're having now can actually take place in a private setting amongst you and your partner, as long as your defense walls, you don't fall into that mode and you're ready to attack, you know?
That's exactly what happened.
And so what ended up coming to exactly vibrators versus the penis. Women can replace
everywhere. That's not what I'm saying.
You know, Deborah.
I'm just trying to. I have a grandfather My grandfather and my grandmother have been married forever and a day. My grandfather doesn't beat his chest and I'm the man. He just went out, he did what he had to do, came home. That's it. That's the type of a man. I also have a father who was a part of my life growing up. Then he left, treated my mama like crap, beat her up, all kind of crazy stuff, but he's still a man.
Right.
I have friends that are married to men that are there and aren't there. Baby,
Right.
they're still men. They're types of men.
Right.
But the whole thing is that there is not one human man on this earth who is the definition of a man. I don't care what you say. Oh, I take care of my kids and I'm happy. No, that's great. You're a type of man. You're not the definition of a man because then you're dissing everyone else. You're dissing the man that misses a few baseball games. The man that beat his wife one time, but they reconciled because you've been the man that never beat his wife and never disrespected her. That still doesn't make you the top chain for men. Like it doesn't make you the example, the whole own 100% example. It makes you an example of a good man.
Mm.
It doesn't make you the man. It doesn't make you the. This is where you should strive to be because all of us should be striving to be as men, like the Lord, like God. That's what we're trying to get to. That's the only real definition of a man is the Lord Himself. The rest of us are trying to be just like God, trying to be just like Him, kings and that kind of thing. So it aggravates me when we say things like that. Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you what a woman likes. Let me tell you. No, you're telling me what a woman likes because that's the woman that you dealt with and that's what she likes. It doesn't mean that the woman next door to her is going to like the same thing the woman that you. So you can't say that. You can say what you think as far as your opinion, but you are not the classification of this is what it is to be a man. This is what it isn't. You don't get to decide that.
Wow.
I don't feel like you do. Now you can go back and forth with me all you want to, but I'll never tell you that that's true. You don't get to decide what a man is, what a man is.
Well, now
Nobody
you know
should.
what, now Andre, that's amazing because when I posted that, what I used was what did Fred say? Fred said that's true. The guys who gift wrap their balls and hand them to his woman do have better relationships. God, but now hold on because let me tell you. What made me start this series, and I'm calling it a series because I want you to unravel to break the strongholds that society have placed on the mind that will make you think how Andre just described. Because trust me, this comes from environmental societal conditioning. When they create standards and they create rules and they create trends. I think that I wrote down this when I was mapping out this show. There was pop culture mix. That's what the term Cosmopolitan magazine used to define the hype that people jump on or get caught up in is what did I just say?
Pop culture.
Pop culture mix. That's exactly what it becomes when you hear this from individuals like your favorite celebrity, Morris Chestnut or Wheezy, or Chance the Rapper. These icons that you look up to when they start to put certain things out there and they start to attest to certain types of relationships and the outcomes and the success. Be it, whatever the case, the more you hear this from certain sources, the more you believe that this is true. And this becomes conditioning. It becomes conditioning. You are buying into this myth that pop culture is telling you is truth. And next thing you are believing that, like Andre said, you going around beating on your chest saying, I'm a man.
Right.
And your definition of this man is this outline that Wayne is talking about in a rap song or Cash Money done
That's
put out
what I'm
here.
saying.
They done gone across the stage, Kanye and all of them done it, Jay-Z them to a certain degree. They done gone out here and this has become, on Billboard's top 100 music. It's in videos, it's in magazines, it's on the internet. And so because you see this all around you, all of a sudden you start to believe that there's some truth to this. And this must be how it is. Because if it wasn't that way, how in the world would somebody like Jay-Z end up with somebody like Beyonce? And how in the world would Kanye end up with somebody like Kim Kardashian? And so you thinking all of this different foolishness until you all of a sudden your mind then becomes so engulfed with nonsense until you can't decipher what is real and what is false. And so this is why we get those types of reactions when you ask, are black men truly a disappointment? And there goes that beating of the chest. Because all you remembering is what you done heard from this video, what you done heard from this news broadcast, what you done read in this magazine article. And so you're defending this, what you think is truth. And this is what will make you poke your chest out, And but if you would sit down and actually listen to the content of these types of conversations that we're having right now, you will find the myth and you will be able to release that from your mind and start to think more positively about unity, about love. All right now, Fred. See, Fred, I tell you,
But
thank
the
you,
biggest
baby.
myth is it's always man versus woman.
Oh, and then
Man is
this,
dumb, woman is smarter. That's been the
but
myth
there's
all the
no
life, and there's
verses. But
no
see,
verses. It should have been
there
no myth. Say it again.
exactly.
It should be unity. Unity,
Yes,
unified as man and wife,
yes,
or husband and wife, or boyfriend and
yes,
girlfriend. But not, I'm the
yes,
man, so you got,
yes,
this. Da, 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 da.
yes, yes.
That's just not how
We
it is,
can't,
and
and
that's how it's become to me. It seems like that's all you see in
yes,
social media is the guys just trying to tell you what women like. The women are telling you what they like, and you're like bypassing it. Like, oh yeah, she told me she
yeah.
likes an honest man, but I'm gonna be honest as I need to be with her.
Mm. And oh,
Be
now
honest,
come up
100%.
now. Pop is from the West Coast. Hey, Pop. Hey, Tenacio. You know what? I tell you no lie. He said something to this effect when we were asking about. I think a meme went up in the group in his and her words Facebook group, and we were asking, do when a man is involved with two women, the main woman and the side chick, who does he tell the truth to? Who is he most honest with, or something
Himself.
to that effect?
You need to be
You know.
honest.
But my whole thing is, if you got a main woman and a side chick, you ain't being honest to nobody. Ain't nobody being told the damn truth.
Right.
Because you even lying to yourself if you think that foolishness is a success.
But
It,
that right there, that situation is deemed as, oh, he's the man because he got a wife or a girlfriend on this side of town, the side chick over here. Hmm.
yeah, honey, nothing
That
but
that's
nonsense.
what you look
Nothing,
forward
yeah.
to. That's what it's like. Oh my God, that's who I want to be. I want to be just like that. Or that
So,
becomes the definition of what a real man is. Somebody that can, I got chicks all over the town. I got girls all. Okay,
yeah, yeah.
to me it
So
don't make you no
unfortunate. That
man.
is so
I don't.
unfortunate.
I don't see it as it makes you a man. I see it as it makes you a type of man. Excuse me, one that and I'm not
Hello.
and I'm not dissing the male culture because I'm not like the man that I'm describing. I'm totally opposite. People that know me, I'm sweet, kind, nice. I can be a jackass too. Those are all the types of that's all types of personalities I have. But I am also a type of man. I am not saying that this is the quintessential definition of a man is me. No, it's not me.
Right,
I am a definition. I am a type of man.
right.
There's another man on this side there. We're all different, but
Yeah,
I don't consider myself the definition of what a real man is. Oh, sorry, what a real man is. I
mm,
don't. I
right,
consider myself a type of man
right.
in the world,
Well, now
full of
that's
different
some
types of women.
insight right there, Andre.
Because there are different types of
Yeah,
women.
of course there are.
Big
Yes.
women, skinny
And everybody
women,
likes different
me. Yeah,
things,
it's a
totally different things.
difference.
They just want different flavor lollipops to suck on at the same time.
What is
You
that?
know,
Dad, what are you drinking?
Deborah, where do you got some hush punch over there?
Put that
You
darn
better
wine
stop
down.
it because you are off the chain over there, sister.
She
I
off
don't
the
know what the
chain.
heck is going on over there at the Divas Den, but you better stop this madness because you
Woo!
are in rare form today, sister.
And all the
Oh,
guys, that are watching this that want to send hate mail to me, please send it to my page. Because I promise you, I don't care. I don't mind being the guy that's outside the box. Because I don't want to be just like everyone else who thinks like everyone else. I don't care if you agree or not. It's my opinion. It's how
well,
I feel. I'm just saying that I'm trying to make the world. I have nephews
Well,
that are
Deborah,
growing
where
up.
we love your realness, sister.
I
We
have
are we.
nephews that are
I'm
growing up. I don't want
shocked,
to be
but
like
I
that.
love you because I know you real.
Yeah,
I
you're
got you,
real. You
baby.
are real. So
We
we
ain't
agree.
even mad at you
I'm
for,
just saying.
spitting the truth,
I'm
girl.
not dissing the males. I'm
No,
just giving y'all another perspective on somebody who's looking outside the box and who's not like every other
right.
guy that posts
Very, very
about how they know what a woman like and I know what a woman want and I know how to. Yeah, you might know how to treat them, but you don't know what every woman in this world. There's too many women in this world for you to know.
Chris Bradley say, stay real, Deborah. Okay, stay real, girl.
Yeah,
Because
she's
you know,
real.
y'all know how I am. Y'all already know what I will do and what I will say.
Yeah,
So come
yeah,
on now.
yeah.
I think there ain't nothing but realness within this trio. It don't come no real than this,
That's all
honey.
I'm saying.
Yeah, hello. But this is some very true stuff. So remember, starting from the Deborah Ware when she was here and then you're gonna get more because it's gonna get ridiculous on Thursday when Mr. Hooker Red is next to me.
Mm-mm.
But now, the number one thing to undo all of this foolishness, to get past the pop culture myths, is to first break the societal conditioning. Realize that this ain't nothing but a trap that has been set up for you to fall into mentally, so you're not quite sure what to believe. And as long as there is confusion amongst us, we're never really going to know what it is to be in love, to truly be married, to have healthy marriages and relationships. Because you're buying into too many propagandas, and so it just becomes nothing but hype. That's it. Myths. That's it. There's never no real concrete foundation that you're standing on, which is why you're always wavering back and forth because you don't really know what is substantial, what is substance, because everybody's in search of it because of all of this nonsense that they're shoving down your throats trying to tell you that, no, no, this is real. No, 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 that is real. No, you go and listen to this because this is real. Come on now. The only way you're going to ever get to real is when you open up your own mind and you begin to listen to spirit. When you listen to what's at the core of your being and not to what everybody else is saying, this is when you begin to find truth. This is when you begin to elevate and your consciousness begin to expand and you discover all these things that your soul has been longing for when you get away from foolishness. What did you say, Deborah? You said, hey, I've been being real for a long time. Yes, you have, sister. Stop living like you're on a patent place. What? Stop living like you're on a patent place. What is that, Deborah? I ain't never heard of that one before. But anyway, so you guys know this. As you guys see the guests coming on, the co-hosts coming on, and the topics coming up, this is that. I don't know where I'm going to stop the series, but these are steps that I actually want you guys to take when you're thinking about relationships and you're dating and you're courting, you're interacting with individuals. Don't bring propaganda and myths into this newness. Make sure that you are being in tune with this person and you're being in tune with yourself and you're allowing truth to come forth. You're allowing that. Don't let it. Oh, Peyton Place is a TV show. I ain't never watched it, Deborah. I don't know nothing about that show. But this is the step, breaking societal conditioning. The second one was, now remember last week I did a show on self-love. I found this article on USA to no, it wasn't US. Psychology.com. Psychology.com. This sister wrote seven step prescription. The 7-step prescription to self-love. So once you get your mind out of the clouds and you're able to see clearly, the next step is loving yourself. Because until you know how to do that with you, you will never know how to do that with somebody else. And that's essentially what Mary J. Blige's song is about. That's what her and Kanye are singing in that song. Know you first before you try to get to know somebody else. And then the next one was understanding, this is where we are right now, understanding how to maintain positive love energy. This is what we're talking about today because once your mind is clear and free and you know what it is to love yourself, and you then once you know how to maintain that, because you have to not only know how, but live in that space every single day. No matter what arrows and darts may come your way, no matter who comes along to test you, try you, question your thoughts and your beliefs, tempt you in some kind of a way. You know what I mean? You are going to know how to stand your ground. You're going to know how not to follow those crazy trends because right now, I kid you not, my life does not consist of news. I don't watch the news. The only time I will ever know what's going on nationally, internationally, especially when it's of significance, is if I hear this in conversations like I'm having now, or if I happen to log into my social media and I'm seeing that this is a trend, and I'm like, oh my God, where did this happen? Like shootings, massive killings, and all this stuff. Yeah. I'm hearing about this through conversations and through social media, but I'm not paying attention to Fox, NBC, CBS, none of that shit because they're designed to hoodwink you. So everything is not news. Some of this ain't nothing but distractions to keep you from being focused on the right stuff. So I don't even get into a reality TV. No, not on my list. Even some of today's music. Like right now, I was going on and on and on earlier today about Bruno Mars. There are 3 songs by him out there right now that I absolutely love. One of them is the 24 Karat Magic. The other one is Lucky for You. That's the song Lucky for You. That's what I like. Mm-hmm. That one. And then it's too hot. Hot damn. It's like a poem, whatever. I don't know what the name of the song. But that right there, those 3 Loving it. I think I can honestly say that Bruno Mars might be the only artist out there that's actually no. What's the girl's name? Yuna. Yuna that has the duet with Usher.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Love her. I love Yuna. I love Bruno. There's not that
Peter
many.
Hernandez.
Peter Hernandez.
That's Bruno Mars's real
Oh, really? Did not know that.
name.
Peter Hernandez. I mean, let me tell you now. Oh my God. This boy definitely knew how to make me shake a tail feather. I
Yeah,
absolutely love him.
he was
Love.
amazing in the opening of the
Oh
BET Awards.
my
That's what I'm
God.
saying. Snippets of the BET Awards were amazing. Little pieces, but overall,
Yeah.
garbage.
Ah,
Straight up
yeah.
garbage.
I have to give him his props
But he
because
did a really good job. And he'll
outstanding.
be here in September from Music Midtown. He's the headline act for Music Midtown.
Hello.
Bruno Mars is the headlining act for Music
Love it.
Midtown in September.
All right
I'll
now.
be
Well,
going to that.
okay, I think I'm gonna be trying to bust a move to that myself. So, but now, y'all remember the steps now, what I said. Break the societal conditioning, know how to love yourself, and then today's is maintaining. When you know how, maintain that. Because let me tell you something. I think there's a passage in the Bible where Apostle Paul says that every time he goes to do good, evil is right there. That means that you know good. And when you go to do it, there is something in your way that's trying to make you do the opposite of what you know is good. So this is why not only when you know, but you have to consistently put into practice what the difference and what Pop said. Bruno just be doing Bruno just be redoing our music. He ain't what? Wait a minute.
He ain't Morris Day.
Oh my God, he ain't Mars Day. Pop, you know what? I love you. What is that? Is the songs that's out there that's popular? Are they remakes? Are they remakes, Pop?
I think what he's saying is that, in his opinion, it's just like it sounds like a Morris Day type. Like, I
Oh,
mean, there are some Morris Day in Time. Like the song he did in the opening of the BET Awards kind of gave me a James Brown kind of feel, how they were
okay,
doing. But
okay.
it was done by, I mean, but it's put on by him. So, I mean,
Well, I was asking earlier today, was his genre considered pop? And they were saying that I was told that it was a combination of pop and R&B.
yeah, because
And
back in the day, Bruno Mars wasn't doing as much dancing as he's doing now. He was
right,
doing more singing, and
right.
his outfits were different. He's changing with the times. He's doing more
Well, now isn't that
upbeat.
to be expected though with an
Yeah,
artist?
that's usually what artists do. They change
Right,
with the times. I mean, you could stay,
right.
back there, but you see how that is. You see how that goes.
Okay, Pac said right. Okay.
You see how that goes. If you stay, the disco age, you try to be in
And see, that's
2017.
another thing that I can associate with him. So it is a combination of disco, pop, and R&B.
Just
Now,
mix it
I
around.
really do like that. I mean, that means that he's transcended. Even if here's the thing though, because we already know that the African American culture has tremendous. I mean, we are some outstanding people. And no matter what it is that we set our minds to do, we are definitely kings and queens of America. Dr. Angela Harris got that down pat. We run shit when we put our mind to it.
Oh,
Unfortunately, we are not always operating in our capacities. But what did you say? He
Pac ain't
ain't
going
black.
to end.
Wait, Pac said, wait, he ain't black, and I'm not buying into that. But Pat, the point that I'm getting ready to make is we get that he's a Latina brother. We get it. However, our culture has inspired America, period. Whether they want to come to the forefront and admit that or not, it is the truth. We are the most imitated population there is on this damn planet, and it is the gospel truth. I mean, see how many Caucasians in Atlanta want dreadlocks? Does it really go with the texture of hair that
and then
they
and
have?
then also, Pac, listen to this. BET Awards. Now, Bruno Mars represented for whoever culture, if you want to say represented for the black people, but tell me this. At the BET Awards, as far as performances go, who on the BET Awards as the black community represented for us? Trey Songz was a hot mess, complete garbage.
Well, New
Chris Brown
Edition,
did a good job.
Breezy always
New
does.
Edition was
Yeah,
simply amazing, and so was Escape. But like, think about it. Who else besides Bruno Mars? No, he's not black. We're correct. But who else in the black culture is stepping up and doing it like Bruno Mars is doing it.
And see, and the point, and see, that's great, Andre, because further too, he is acknowledging through what he's doing, even if it is imitation, he's still acknowledging that this is what it is for me, and
Right.
this is how I definitely want to groove, and how I want the followers
He's
to groove.
complimenting it. He likes it.
Yes, and that's
You don't,
exactly right.
you
Let
don't
me
want
tell
to
you
be singing the
something.
other stuff.
Because I kid you not, earlier today I was watching the video for was it Lucky for You? That's what I like. There's a scene in that video where he's in a beauty salon sitting under a dryer with some rollers in his head. And I said, wait a minute, did the Latino men ever wear rollers? I know brothers did that, but I ain't never seen Latinas with rollers in their head. And I said, now wait a cotton picking minute. But you know what? And they were laughing at me when I said that. But all I'm thinking is, I'm not even taking offense. I'm not saying you are imitator. How dare you bite us? I'm not even saying that. I'm saying go, Bruno, because clearly you are inspired. Clearly, you have the creativity to take this even further. Wherever, our the creators of it all, from disco to pop to R&B, wherever they left off, he's definitely taking it to another level. Okay, this is Black Album. Okay, this is his Black Album. I'll keep watching though.
I like him.
He's
See, I like that. That's what I'm talking about.
let me
That's
say,
what I'm talking about.
but
Good conversation back and forth.
yes,
He's not getting offended. We're not getting offended because
no.
these are all different
But see, I
opinions
already know
about
how real he
music.
is. I already know how real
We need
he
more.
is.
We need more brothers like
And
you.
let me tell you, he's a poet
Good.
on the West Coast,
Good stuff.
California. And
Yes,
he does,
Oceanside,
come on now,
California.
he
Oceanside.
does a phenomenal job,
Good.
totally. And so you can't help but be real, because
Yeah.
that's what poets are.
We feel
When
that,
you
yeah.
deliver that poetry, we talking about trends, we talking about things that we're seeing going on, especially when it's going down where it feels like our culture is taking from us. You are off the chain. This is great though. I kid you not. I kid
Good
you not.
stuff.
Because but seriously, because we already know our heritage comes with folks taking from us, from our family members, our husbands being snatched from us and sold and hung, our children being snatched from our wombs, basically. It's always been a
Used
struggle
and
for,
raped.
yes, our culture has been the culture to struggle the most, to fight constantly. And even in a modern society like the one that we're living in right now, there is still a struggle. There's still a battle going on. There is always some of us that are out there, not some, there's a mass majority of us out there that are like Pac is, that's making sure you remember where it originated. Who is the mastermind behind all of this stuff? Give us our credit and recognize who we are. Some will, but some are dead set against it because they already know the power within African American culture. They already know it. They already know this to be true. And so they will do whatever they can to suppress this and keep it from manifesting how it's supposed to. What's good? What's going on, DJ Emotions? We are wonderful today. How are you doing, baby? Happy to the top Tuesday. But Pac, we already know that we are magnificent. Black is magnificent, baby, all day long. There is nothing but black magic oozing all over us everywhere that we turn. Anything that we set our minds to. This is
We
why.
really have it good.
Yes, we do. And this is
We
why it
understand that.
saddens my spirit when we fall off of our thrones, when we fall off of our greatness. You know what I mean? When you allow somebody to come along and insult things like marriage, things like black love, black unity. When our brothers is looking at our sisters and they're saying, you're not wife material. When our sisters are looking at our brothers and saying, that you're a disappointment. This comes from this bull crap what is that, pop culture mix. This is exactly where it comes from. It's okay, Isis. It's okay, baby. I'm glad that you're back. But the point is that this is why we need to bypass this stuff and be stronger. Rather than buying into them stupid ass memes that's all over Instagram and Facebook, and you're listening to all this societal hype that got us questioning ourselves. Because this is another form of damn slavery. We don't have cotton fields no more. They can't take us and sell us off. And trade us. So now you have to find another way to keep us contained, to keep us suppressed. So this is how you will mess with the mind and limit our thinking of one another and have us looking at each other through tainted eyes and thinking that we are of no value to each other. You know, Andre said earlier that the sisters don't really need the brothers. I beg to differ. This is where I beg to differ. There is definitely a need in your life, black man, for me, and there's definitely a need in my life to have you as my king. I need you totally. Jill Scott has a song, and I wish I can play it. If I do, Facebook will lock up my stuff for copyright infringement. But there is a song that Jill Scott is singing. The lyrics is like, you know, I can certainly go out and buy my own car. I can definitely buy my own house. I can pay my own rent. I can buy my own shoes. I can birth this child from my womb, and I can certainly raise him to be the very best that he can. But even though I can do all that, I still need you. There is a God in God's grand design for the black man and the black woman. It was of necessity that we bring balance to each other. It was necessary. And so this is why in a deep coma like sleep, while God was extracting Adam's rib, there was still an awareness going on in him, because when he was awakened and Eve was standing before him, he instantly recognized who she was. He knew where she had come from, and immediately identified her as bone of his bone and flesh of his flesh. He knew instinctively that this was an extension of him, and that she was meant to be a part of him because she came from him. Understand? So don't get into this foolishness and thinking that, you know, that, oh, listen, I can do bad all by myself. All these little catchy phrases, you know, that they done taught you how to say when you get mad and you get angry. Take your broke ass out of my face. I can do bad all by myself, you know, and all this other kind of stuff. You know, when we fall into these vulnerable places where we're not doing the very best that we know that we can, this is where we come in to help build each other up and keep us where we need to be. You know, don't give up. You know, sometimes you may have to walk away to let them learn what they have to learn on their own, because you can't hold everybody's hand through every single process. Some things they got to man up, woman up, and learn how to do this on their own. However, the point is to never write them off completely and think that there's never going to be any hope for you. There's never going to be no hope for you and I. And this is the end of this foolishness because I'm done with you. You know, because there are different types of men and women, like Andre said. However, whatever your type, your compatible mate is, whoever they may be, you will find them and you will connect and it will be successful. But you're not supposed to just go running up to any old one, because this is where you run into trial and error. This is why if you follow these steps and you understand who you are, what your makeup is, what your design is, and what you want, you have more success rather than just linking up with people for frivolous reasons. Okay, Pac, what did you say? Now we out here giving it away for free. You don't need a deal to pass your. Oh Lord, this is okay. Okay. Let's move this. Okay, okay. Now we out here giving it away for free. You don't need a deal or a pass or a deal to pass your music and message out. Now, so many of our people decide to push the worst things into in idea and from with no white people. Okay, let me see. Hold on, let me see. Okay, we don't get white people involved. Well, now let me tell you something. You may not see the white man physically involved in these interactions, Pat, but they're involved because they've conditioned your mind. So you know what? If you've had a hand in making me think this way, now let me give you this example. If I go to a Caucasian hypno, hypnotic therapist, okay, and I'm asking him to help me to gain some understanding about the environment that I live in. Once he puts me in a trance, he can start to tell me, well, you know, in order to understand this society, what you need to understand how to do is listen to your world leaders. You know, follow the laws of the land. Make sure that you are in compliance, you know, with your local government and your, you know, the anything that they put out there in terms of being an American citizen and honoring the voting process and all this other stuff. Make sure you participate in elections and make sure you go for the leaders that you know, whether you believe in them or not, but you vote for them because you know, they start to give you just all of this stuff that lays out a blueprint that makes you think that, okay, this is what I need to do to become an American citizen. Once he brings me out of that trance, then he has loaded my mind with all of this stuff. Now, none of this may not be true. It may not even work for me as an individual, but he has programmed my mind to believe this shit to be so. So every single time you done sat in front of the news, every single time you done sat in a class from kindergarten to 12th grade when you graduated, you done been in a textbook, you just sat there and listened to a different teacher's thoughts and opinions. Because trust me, they're not following just their lesson plan. You notice that when a teacher gets up to lecture in a classroom, they will deviate from their lesson plan or from whatever the text is saying to give you some real life testimonials about where they've been and what their educational experience has been like. All these are messages that you're taking away. When you're sitting down and you're going to find yourself quoting that teacher, you can believe that. Whether they're going to always be something that they said that stood out in your mind. And if you can recall that, oh, I can remember when I was in third grade, Miss Richardson told me that slavery wasn't really against black people, it was to benefit us in some sort of a way. I said Miss Richardson.
Exactly. And say that again, Miss Richardson's probably not black.
Hello, but
she tell you that.
and let me and this is it. Oh my God, y'all! I don't. Can you call? Oh, Andre, we're gonna have to reject this message because hold on, Andre, continue. Let me go get Fred.
She's right.
I'll be right back, y'all.
We have been conditioned from back then in school to believe these certain things. They don't teach you black history a lot in high school, middle school. I'm attest to that. I don't remember sitting in a classroom growing up and getting my full 100% black history heritage. I remember getting history on the Civil War and things to do with other cultures besides black culture. But as far as black culture, getting that, no, I didn't get it when I was growing up, when I was in school. So as I got older, I didn't have any perception of what exactly my culture was, black people were, and what to do and what. I didn't get that. I was given a broad spectrum on just February is Black History Month. So in the month of February, all I need to do is focus on all of the ancestors, and it was mostly all the time Martin Luther King. Everybody wanted to be Martin Luther King or Malcolm X. We never really got we got a spoonful of black people, of black culture, black history when we were in high school, middle school. We didn't get it. So I think what Abba is trying to say is that that's what is happening now on social media. That is what is going on um, in today's world. That's what's going on your social media pages, is that you're only seeing perpetuated ignorance. You're only seeing perpetuated craziness with African American culture, and that's what you perceive, and that's what you think is right. That's what you think is okay. People are always reposting on, especially on my page. It's not even people that I'm following. It can be people that that are following me, who I'm following, who's following on. All you see is a whole bunch of reposts of world star stuff. It's a whole bunch of black people fighting in high school, fighting on the streets, fighting in establishments, and the first thing you see them do when they're fighting is they grab their phone. You don't never see them go and grab their phone to call the police. You don't never see them try to mostly break it up. You see them go straight to their phones, press record, and say what? World star, and they start going in. They start going in. Oh, she beating her ass. She beating her ass. Pulling out their dreads, pulling out their weave, pulling out their tracks, and then y'all repost that 2.5 million times. But you don't want to repost, um, you know, that one guy that broke it up. That one black dude that broke up the fight before it happened. You want to repost them, oh, she stabbed her in that fight. That shit was real. That shit was real. You look stupid. And that's what she's trying to say, is that social media and the stuff you're getting now, it's clouding your mind to think that that's what black people are about. And it's not just you thinking that. Guess what? Tom, Dick, and Harry thinking the same thing. Because they're like, all y'all do is play basketball, fight, and eat chicken. That's it. So change the culture.
My God.
Start posting more positive things, like black people unity stuff. Start posting more love stuff and more togetherness.
Come on, y'all.
The rest of that stuff is cool. That's what you want to do on the weekends.
Yes.
But don't make it your 24 hours a day, 7 days a week life. Because I promise you, if you follow me on my page and that's all I see is your ass out, or I see you fighting, I'm unfollowing you really quick.
Yes, with the quickness.
That's like me eating donuts every day for the next 12 years. By the time I get 12 years older, I will
Yes.
be a big fat ass. So that's the same thing I'm talking about. If I'm on your page, you're on my page, and all I see is fighting, fighting, fighting.
Yeah.
When I get outside and somebody get on my nerves, what do you think I'm going to want to do?
Yeah.
Whoop their butt.
Yeah. Yeah. And see, you got, and let me tell you guys, societal conditioning. What I said, I keep forgetting the
Pop culture.
pop culture myths.
Yeah.
They are so easy to buy into because they're subtle and they sound so much like the truth.
Yeah.
It's just like those people that extract all of the scriptures from the Bible, but they don't read the whole verse. They only take one nugget of that, and they figure because you can go back and find that in the Bible, then it's the
It's
truth.
true.
But you done sat there and you took one word or phrase and you done totally redefined what that actually meant. You
Exactly.
took it completely out of its context and turned and totally perverted it because
Totally.
now it's not what it was intended to mean. And I'm telling you, you guys, we have got to be mindful.
Stop stirring the pot.
Absolutely mindful. Yes, man. So, Pac, I can totally get where you're coming from with the whole Bruno Mars thing. I get it. 1,000%. But at the same time, it just, you know what? We tend to feel like retaliation is necessary. When you done took from me long enough, I'm tired of this mess. I'm going to stand up here and I'm going to claim what's mine. Or I'm coming for y'all because I'm not taking this no more. It doesn't serve nobody to have that mentality. Honest to God. This is why I commend that brother, because I can guarantee you that as an artist, when you sit down with him and he talks about, who inspires you, I can guarantee you that he's as much a fan of Smokey Robinson and the OJs and Aretha Franklin. He's as much a fan of those people as we are. And even though they may have the same color skin as us and he doesn't, that does not mean that he is less of a fan. And we are more of a fan because they come from our culture. And I think that having that type of mentality is what hurts us more than anything.
We're not teaching verse. We're not saying it's the black people versus the white people.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that at all.
Right,
I'm saying that it's better for us to understand our culture and live in our truth so that we can live just like the white people do or just like the age. Because let me tell you something. Black people got a lot of issues within us that we put out on social media.
Yes.
And then the white folk, they've somehow got a way to keep it less off social media than we do. Like all you see is a lot of us on there. I mean, you might every now and then throw a little salt and pepper in the social media with the white people, but with black people, that's all on my timeline right now. I can go to my timeline. Sharita and Shaquita fighting about welfare checks and
can
about
I just say the most awful thing? I tell you, there's so many sad things that I have seen that just makes me just be like, oh my God. But can I tell y'all, somebody, I don't know who the creator is, but somebody actually found a raccoon and they photoshopped Steve Harvey's face onto it. And that has been a circular. Oh yeah, they've been calling him a coon ever since he met with Donald Trump. And all he did was had a meeting with him. It wasn't even something that was arranged. It was spontaneous. Trump requested him to be present, and Steve Harvey accepted the invitation. He went and met with this man to hear what he had to say. But if you all would have tuned in to the show, and the recap is on YouTube, just in case you want to know. He went back to the Steve Harvey show. He told the people that he worked with, Shirley Strawberry, Nephew Tom, and all of them, what that meeting entailed. And then he shared what his feelings was about it from a citizen's perspective, not even a celebrity, because he has to be under this man's government as well. We all have to be a part of this administration, whether we like it or not. And Steve Harvey is basically saying, there's a lot of things that I'm worried about. I'm not sure what this man is actually going to do. There's a part of me that's very much afraid. But what are we going to do about it? You know what I mean?
You're not reading, you're not paying attention.
I mean, because do you know that there are steps to impeach him? There are steps to move him out. And even though we all may be chanting, impeach him, impeach him, impeach him, that process is kind of lengthy and it's steps by step. So you can say that today, he's not going to be gone tomorrow. It may take months. It may be the whole administration of his term may be just about to expire before it actually comes through.
Exactly.
So, I mean,
he could get out of office and all of a sudden the impeachment is a green light. Like he got one day left.
So the only thing we can really do, it's not settling and it's not accepting. It's knowing how to play the hand that you're dealt. We were dealt this hand, sadly, and so now we have to learn how to endure in the process. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is not to lose us, our identities, what we believe in that process. And that basically goes back to this, hey Al, how you doing, sweetheart? That actually goes back to this topic for today. Maintaining positive love energy. Love energy is your energy. It's not just love that you will feel romantically for a person. Loving yourself, your positive love energy is your perception of you and the world that you live in. That's maintaining your positive love energy. And then it moves into sharing that, exchanging it, with people that you cohabitate with in the world, not in your house, but in this environment. The people at your job, the people in Walmart, the people at Quick Trip. Learning how to maintain and exchange makes all the difference in the world once you have found that positive path. You stay on that and you don't let nobody cause you to deter or separate from your truth. You just, and I mean, and this is, I kid you not, this is the biggest test that we're in right now in America with having Donald Trump as a president. This is the biggest test, and some of us are falling apart, and you giving too much of your power and your beliefs to this man. You giving too much of it until you feel like, oh my God, we don't have a leg to stand on. He's gonna have us all dead. He's gonna have us all on the unemployment line.
Don't give in to that man.
I mean, please, no matter what the hell he's trying to do to Obamacare, no matter what in the world he's trying to do to undermine, this organization or that. At the end of the day, as long as you maintain who you are and you live how you know you're supposed to on a daily basis, God is going to honor your steps. God is going to make sure that it is always how it's supposed to be. Righteousness and truth always prevails. Even when it looks like the adversary is winning, he really is not. You know what I mean? And you got to know that. You have to walk by faith and not by sight. And that's just the bottom line.
Doesn't say the race is not given to the who.
Hello to the swift. But the one that can endure.
Right now,
Come on now. Yes.
No, wait it out. Be
Absolutely.
patient. Because take some time.
And here's something that we don't think about. As much as we're going through right now, don't think that Donald Trump ain't feeling it. You better know that his behind is being tested and tried also. See, we think for some reason that this man is untouchable because he's running a country. Donald Trump is still a human being, and he is still subject to tests and trials as well. And you can best believe that he is learning some shit about himself.
And his term is going to be over.
Oh, yes. And you can best believe that in his quiet time, when he's alone with himself, that is a man like any other person with flesh and blood running through them and covering them. So you better know that he got demons, he got vulnerabilities, he's got fears, everything else that we all deal with. So does he. And it may look like he's being an arrogant, pompous ass in the media, but he has to deal with himself too.
The presidency changes.
Yes.
Obama, Bill Clinton, George Bush, all the presidency just changes.
Yes.
You could be the strongest person in the world. The presidency changes.
Yeah.
For good, for bad, whatever it will change. It's watch. You may not see right now, he ain't even been in office 100 days yet.
Oh, really?
I don't think it's been
Lord,
100 days
I think we done gave this man so much until it feels like he done been there 200 days.
Wait until year 4 and see what happens. He might be a totally different Donald Trump by then.
Oh, Lord, honey, let me tell you now. You just never know what's going to happen at the end of this term. You just never know.
Yeah, we just shouldn't in this time, we can't let the administration and the presidency turn our black culture against each other or make us out to be some kind of nation that's rising up against everybody else's nation. That's not how it should be.
And let me tell you something.
Let's not play that
Al, let me tell you, because that statement right there reminded me of a line. I went to see All Eyes on Me on Sunday. Was it Sunday? It was Sunday. And let me tell you something. In the movie, Tupac's mom, right before he really hits that megastar level, he's on his way there. She tells him to be conscious and to be mindful, because this world was definitely designed to give African American males the tools that they needed to destroy themselves and be dead. And it ain't just African American males, it is man, period. All of us are subject to that, regardless of skin color or ethnicity. And you are damn to the right when you say that, Al, because this man definitely is so full of himself and so full of what he's been able to accomplish as a businessman that he thinks that he is automatically a politician. If I was able to build up Trump Towers and all of these casinos and all of these buildings, who in the hell say I can't run America? Well, you see, that's a lie.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Anybody can be president.
Yeah,
We've
yeah.
proven that.
See, we know that that's a damn lie. But the longer he sit there with that arrogance going through his mind, he will self-destruct because that's exactly what ego will cause you to do. Self-destruct.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yes. I mean, this has been great, Andre. Yes, it has been great. So you guys, I appreciate your feedback. I always do. He admitted that he wasn't ready to run this country. You know what? You saw that in that man's damn eyes. You know what? I think that the night when the ballots were being counted and they were waiting for the official word to come forth, I think they were going back and forth between Hillary's headquarters where she was and his. You saw anxiety in that man's face. You saw nervousness. It looked so real that he was petrified. Even the day of the inauguration when the Obamas was with him and he was getting ready to be sworn in, as much as he was trying to maintain his composure, you can totally see fear all over him.
And everything.
Yes, he was.
Like he's doing
yes, yes.
He was like, damn, I'm really going.
Yes.
I'm gonna have this for real.
I think he was quietly asking, did these motherfuckers really do this to me? I thought I was gonna be up here for show, like on The Apprentice. I thought this was just TV.
Did y'all really
do this to me? Did y'all really do this to me? I guarantee you.
And look how many Trump supporters now are like, what the hell did we do?
Yes, Lord.
So we didn't have to do nothing. Just sit back and let the man destroy himself and let his followers, people that all hail Trump, all that kind of stuff, fine, do that. But look, see what's going on now. And we're starting to miss what we had.
He knew he would be under the people's eye.
All the time.
Yes, he would. Yes, he would. That's one job, honey, that you always going to be under the eye of scrutiny. Paul Obama suffered for 8 years. And I mean, when I say endured every form of criticism, every form of scrutiny, every form of judgment. I mean, he got it every kind of way you could dish it. And it was primarily because he was African American. We know that. That's just awful. It's just awful, but you reap what you sow. Because these daggone Republicans, honey, they really, really feel like they got an up on this country. But Donald Trump is bringing them to shame, really. He is really showing up that political party for what it really is. And that's just, but we've all known that. But now they're facing their reality. Period.
Sit back and let it happen. Sit back and... Because the next president got to have a lot to clean up.
Yeah, honey, that's going to be some mighty filthy shoes.
Starting with the Congress.
Ooh.
I want Congress.
I don't think I would want anything to do, but I don't think I know. I had to take political science last semester, and I even though my instructor was a phenomenal person, she was definitely passionate about politics. I mean, I totally enjoyed her class. However, I do not like politics at all. So some of the assignments, some of the things that we had to go out and study and watch, she made us watch, what's that? This guy comes on at night. I cannot remember. Is it Larry King? Is it Larry King Live? I can't remember, but it was one of these shows that you had to watch because he had a segment that was geared towards government, and he was always bringing updates on the White House, on Congress, and all this other kind of stuff. And so we had to make that a part of our nightly homework to watch that show. And I kid you not, I would always get disgusted. I'm like, God, please. But she was so thorough. There was no way of getting around that because she would totally single you out in class and say, so what did you think of this conversation? And give me some feedback on what you saw last night. And so you couldn't make it up and try to call yourself wing it because this lady knows facts. And, she was definitely about you being up on it, And so, but I couldn't stand that class. I couldn't wait for the semester to be over. But the reality is even though I feel the way that I feel about government, I still am subjected to it as long as I'm in this world. There's no way around it. No way around it. So this, again, it goes back to what we've been talking about with this subject.
Georgia is a real political state.
Yes, it is.
These people take political here in Georgia like water. Like they're just committed. Like, I've never felt so much passion from two different sides of the fence.
Yeah.
Like here, election nights or whatever, they take them very seriously.
Very
breaking news. They'll cut off Empire. to give us an update on the polls.
Yes, Lord
You
Jesus.
don't cut off Cookie
Yeah.
and Lucius,
And let me,
so you tell us about Karen Handel and
yeah,
John
yeah,
Ossoff.
yeah, honey. This is some
Yeah,
true stuff.
it really is.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
gotta at least know something. I mean, even if you don't care and you say, "Well, I don't care what happens.
right.
I'm gonna follow God and God alone," but it still says follow the laws of the land. So we're
Yes.
still in the land of the living.
Yes.
So while you're here on earth, you still gotta pay attention to the laws that are governed
Very,
here in the world.
very,
And
very true.
unfortunately, sometimes politics is something you need to know about, or at
Right.
least know how to spell it.
Right.
At least know that your Congress people
Oh my.
and what laws are out there. And
Yeah, yeah, I
know your
agree.
stuff, because other than that, you're gonna be like, well, what's going on? What's going on?
Right.
Don't just let the presidency and the election at that time be the only election you know about.
Right. No, well, I agree with that too. Well, so you guys definitely, I mean, the fact that you're here and you're sharing your insight, that means everything. I'm glad that you guys are tuned in. I am getting ready to wrap up this edition of In His and Her Words, and I love you guys to life. I'm always excited to be able to come to you like this and have engage you guys in amazing conversation. So Andre, what do you have coming up that you want everybody to know about?
Wow, I am busy working on this sophomore album
Oh,
that I am pushing to have out later on this summer. Doing a lot right now. There's so many shows that are happening in the next couple of weeks and months, and I'm so excited. Auburn Festival.
Oh!
Yeah, the Auburn Festival. Praise the Lord.
Yes, yes, yes.
Working in the studio, of course, supporting the Divas Den,
Yes.
supporting Courses and Verses.
Yes.
Like, I'm just trying to be not just an R&B singer, I'm trying to be an entertainer. I'm stepping more into the co-hosting kind of thing. This is my second co-host gig
Come
that I
on
got
now.
to do. So shout out to that. I'm trying to be a better artist. What I'm trying to
I
be.
love it.
I'm seeing different things and different artistries and different performances and different interviews, and I'm taking bits and pieces and I'm molding myself.
I love it.
I'm not copying. I'm not spitting back out what you've already seen.
Right.
I'm molding myself based off of the greatness that I've already seen, that's already out there.
I love
So shouts out to all of the greats out there, even the unsigned artists, not as much as the not just the mainstream artists.
Right.
Shout out to those unsigned artists who I'm following, who I look up to, and I take little bits and pieces and I, mold myself against or with. I thank you all for that, and I'm just trying to be the best R&B soul singer that I can be.
Right.
And entertainer, artist.
Love it.
And I plan to be married soon.
Oh.
Because I like marriage, Michael Basin, and I think marriage is very important.
Okay, Michael Basin, did you hear that? Talking that fracking and this is one of his lines. Frank talking that fracking bull. Okay, Michael Basin, this is definitely going on Basin Live, Janet. You're gonna hear from me today, Michael Basin. You daggone Skippy. I've been on the Michael Basin show so many times, y'all. I can't even count how many times I've actually been on that show. So he might remember who I am, dag nabbit. But anyway, so you guys, I think the next, well, I don't think, I know the next Courses and Verses is July 22nd, which happens to be my birthday. And so we will have the Abah's B-Day edition of Courses and Verses. It's going to be right here at Black People Unity Television and Radio. We have an awesome event hall that is right outside of the station, and it is going to be lit. I'm not going to give too much information because the flyers are going to be posted soon, but y'all are going to love this lineup of entertainment, these guests that are coming aboard. This is going to be RSVP only, advanced ticket purchases only. Everything will be on Eventbrite and social media before the week is over, I promise. And I'm just hyped, y'all. Y'all gonna see it all. And I hope that if you are in the Atlanta area and you are on my Facebook friends list, because I only want friends around me, no foes. Okay. So if you want to come and party with me for my 46th, do I look 46? My 46th birthday. Okay, y'all, I want y'all in the building, getting down with me. DJ Alan Poe, executive CEO. He has so many different talents. He's going to be in the building on the ones and the twos. DJ Emotions is FYP production is definitely going to capture every single bit of it. And some of these performers, you guys. Oh my God, y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. Come on, I tell y'all ain't. This is gonna be insane. I have not had a birthday party. Lord Jesus, I don't even remember the last birthday party. I mean, I don't even remember. Because usually on my birthday, I do like last year I went and got a massage. I went and bought perfume from the Perfumania. You know, I think I even went to the movies. I usually do simple stuff. I definitely reflect. I definitely write in my journal about some things that I've learned, you know, during the year I was younger, you know, a year younger, or whatever the case, you know. And then I just get myself ready to live, you know, in my new year, you know, of life. And so I don't think I think the last I'm trying to remember. I don't remember the last party. Oh, I know the last birthday party I had was when I first came to Georgia. I moved here in 2007. No, that's not true. Yes, it is. I moved to Georgia in 2007 from New York City, and my friends Nalo and Lady Zara, who are on social media, they gave me a party. It was a welcome to Georgia / happy birthday party, and it was in Conyers. So that was the last birthday party that I had. So now, honey, we stepping things up a lot because this is gonna be up, and this is a pink and white affair. So if you're planning to come to my party, make sure you have some pink and some white on. Either or. I know brothers are a little leery about pink. Some anyway. Some brothers are bold enough to wear that pink and they be looking sharp in it. I know that's right. Come on now. We're going to have some fun, y'all, because I'm going to definitely back it up. New Orleans music is going to be playing, so I'm going to totally drop it like it's hot. You better know it.
Gonna back it up too.
Yeah, Deborah Ware, yeah, she going to back it up
Be
too.
hush punch.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have hush punch. We definitely gonna have some hush punch because that has become the drink, y'all.
It's really good.
That has become the drink. You know what? I got the shot. Wait, today is Harold Outley's birthday, along with Frankly Speaking. These two are born on the same day. Harold is the one that named this beverage when he was co-hosting with me at Corson Versus. And let me tell you, brother, that you did it because it's the shiznit, okay? Everybody loves the hush punch. Okay, so that's all I got for now. Definitely, like Andre said, we're going to be Deborah Ware, Andre, and myself are going to be a part of the Sweet Arbor Music Festival. Deborah does the Augusta Festival every summer. The her fourth is it the number four?
It's the fourth.
Soul session. Usually it's in the summer, but the soul session this year is going to be in November. So I mean, we just have so many amazing things that are coming up. So y'all definitely be on the lookout. We will share it all again on social media as it gets closer to these dates. You know, just to kind of give you a friendly reminder. If you want to be a part, come out and support and enjoy yourselves. We will definitely put it out there for you. But I love you guys. Thank you for being supporters of In His and Her Words. I will see you on Thursday. I'm going to have another guest co-host. Y'all going to love him and his awesome personality. I kid you not. You better brace yourselves for this one. He's a hot mess, but he is always a joy, always a blessing. So you guys enjoy your To the Top Tuesday. Keep it wonderful. Create a marvelous, fantastic day. And I'll see you next time.
Hey.
Smooches! Just join it. See, that was almost 2 hours. Very good. I'm going to put this on YouTube.
YouTube.